everybody, it's AdorableLiz77 and today I'm going to be doing a cosplay video on the Major from Ghost in the Shell. I will be doing her makeup because I am going to be cosplaying her for Fanime, hopefully. If I can get the top right. I'm having issues sewing the top. Spandex is not my friend. Try sewing a straight line in spandex when you're a beginner in sewing. It's not fun. As you guys can tell, I've already started by putting in my contacts from Pinky Paradise. I don't remember exactly which brand from Pinky Paradise these contacts are from, just because I actually got these for free because they messed up on my order. So I don't remember the brand per se. Now I've already washed and cleansed my face, so my face is very, very clean, and I moisturize, which is very important. You do not want to put makeup on an unclean base. Next, I'm going to be using primer, just because the Major, she has really flawless skin. Geez, I don't know why, maybe because she's an anime character and she doesn't have any pores. So we're going to eliminate those pores. I'm going to be using the Porefessional, and this is the mini tube. You can get this with that gal, and it will cost you 12 bucks for both primers, but it does eliminate the look of pores. So what you're going to want to do is pat this on to the areas of your skin where you have some pores showing. And for me, that is my T-zone, just because I have oily skin now. Used to have combination, but now it's oily. So I'm just patting this on. And a little goes a long way, so don't pack it on. And you're just going to want to use a primer, because a primer is going to give you a more even base on your face, which will allow your makeup to go on smoother. If you don't want to go for the Porefessional, you can get other primers from NYX, from Hard Candy, from L'Oreal. There's primers everywhere. You don't have to use the Porefessional. You can find something else that is more cost effective. I'm just using the Porefessional because that's what I have and that's what works for me. Next, I'm going to start evening out my skin tone, because obviously I do not have perfect skin. So I'm going to be using a concealer. Now this is Sona Kashia Medium Concealer. And it has some corrective tones in there. If you guys can see, this has a green tint. This has more of a peach tint. And this is more of like a dark tint. I don't really use this because this is just too dark. But I'm going to go in with like the green concealer because I do have redness in my face. Just because I have redness and veining. So I'm just going to go in and blend some certain areas out. Like areas with pimples and redness. Now, if you don't want a bunch of concealer on your face, what you could do is just get a green toned primer, and the green toned primer will cancel out the redness. Also, if you are warm toned like me, meaning you have a yellow undertone, any foundation with a yellow undertone will help cancel out the redness, but sometimes it peeks through, so I want to go for a little bit more flawless look, just because the Major is a fictional character, so her complexion is quite flawless. Now I will be using a BB cream. This is an Asian BB cream. You could use whatever foundation you like. Generally speaking though, the Major has matte skin, so you would want something with a matte finish. And it also depends on the time of year that you're going to be doing your cosplay, because you do not want to have makeup that's melting off your face. Now, if that is a problem for you, I would either go with a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream, depending on the BB cream. Knowing your own skin type is going to help you. If you have oily skin, go for a BB cream that is formulated for oily skin. If you have dry skin, you can go for a BB cream that's more moisturizing, or a tinted moisturizer. It's really up to you. Next, I'm going to cancel out my dark circles because I have very, very dark circles. They are hereditary. So I'm going to go in with a concealer that's more of a peach undertone or a salmon color, and it's from NYX Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the color Tan. Now, I like this concealer because it does brighten and it does help with my under eyes. And I like the consistency, and it has a lot of good stuff, but use whatever concealer you have on hand that is peach undertoned if you have dark circles. I'm going to be taking some of my NYX Cosmetics, Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eye Primer, and I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes before I apply the concealer to help prevent creasing. Now, I have fine lines underneath my eyes, so I have issues with creasing, and I'm just gonna put the rest of the primer on the top portion of my lid to help my eyeshadow last a really long time. Now, if you have really oily lids like I do, because I have extremely oily lids, I would try out the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer just because it really does help with your eyeshadow staying longer and not creasing. I've had some creasing with this primer, but honestly, 95% of the time, the stuff does not budge from my face, which is really nice. So, you might want to give that a shot. Now I'm going to go back to the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in Tan from NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using my finger, and I'm going to be using this finger right here just because this is what you're going to want to use to apply like the least amount of pressure, because the under eye area is very delicate. And I'm just going to be dabbing this on very gently. And I'm going to go up here because I have a lot of darkness around my eye. And you guys can already tell a difference this concealer makes. So try to get something that has like an orange or salmon tone to it, maybe a peach, because it's going to really help you guys if you have dark circles. A couple of other concealers that I've tried is Benefit's. They have a really nice peach tone, and I'm totally blanking out on the name of the concealer. I know Pixie Cosmetics from Target also has a peach tone corrector as well, and that's about $16. This is about $20, and the Benefit one is about $20 as well. And of course, MAC has a lot of different toned concealers, so you might want to try MAC out. But yeah. Next, I'm going to go in with my BB cream. This is from Missha BB cream, and this is in the shade number 27, Honey Beige, which is a really yellow undertone, which is great because I have redness and I have a warm complexion. Now, this is a thicker BB cream, and I am going to be using my hands. This does have quite a bit of coverage, which is really nice. So if you want something with lighter coverage, I would try something else. And it does have a bit of like a powder finish towards the end once it dries and adheres to the face, which is really nice in my book at least. And alright, I'm going to take it down the neck just because I want this to look very natural and I don't want that mask appearance. Nobody wants to look like they have a mask of foundation on their face. It's just not a good look. Okay, another thing, when you have red contacts, you're going to want to make sure that your foundation pretty much is good coverage, just because the red in the contacts, or if you're wearing red lipstick, will kind of show off the flaws of your skin and will become more noticeable with the red color from the contacts, or if you have red lipstick. So you're going to want to do a full coverage kind of foundation, which is kind of hard to do in the summer, so you might want to try this BB cream, but that's all up to you. And I'm going to be setting it with NYX's matte but not flat foundation, and this is in the shade Warm Beige, and it's a really yellow undertone, and I'm just using it to set my powder. I'm going to set my foundation just because any liquid foundation you're going to want to set, because it has a tendency to move during the day and stuff. So set that sucker. Now, if you do have like dry skin, I would avoid using powder, just because powder is going to make your dry skin look more apparent. Okay, now that I've put on a nice coating of powder to set my foundation, contouring my face, obviously I have a chubbier face in the major, so I'm going to be doing some contour. Now, to contour, you're going to want a bronzer that is matte. You do not want a shimmer, because that will be picked up on camera and in real life. So, to do any highlighting or, you know, sculpting, anything of the sort, you're going to want a matte bronzer, and that's going to help with your contour. Now, I like to use this angled brush. This one's from Royal Care Cosmetics. It sheds. It's not my favorite, but that's what I have. If you have a better brush, go ahead and use it. This is from Flower Beauty Cosmetics, and it's the shade in Shimmering Goddess, which is really misleading because it's matte on both sides. Now I'm just contouring my face to slim it down, because obviously I'm plus size and I have a fuller face than the major, so I'm just gonna slim my face down, do some contouring. Now this is optional if you're lighter than me. Obviously, putting on bronzer onto your face might be the best idea, just because it might make your face look dirty, so be careful of that. This is just for me, obviously. I'm doing this because I feel that I need it for my cosplay. Now, if you have some double chin action, well, sometimes I do have some double chin action, I like to put bronzer underneath my neck area and kind of go around here just to give my face a little bit more shape and slim it down. Now, because I am applying bronzer to my face, I am going to apply it to my ears just to make sure that I have color everywhere and it's just not, that it doesn't look like I'm trying too hard. Obviously, you're going to really want to blend out your bronzer and such. Try to do it in a 3 shape. Kind of got a 3 shape going on here. Now that I've kind of bronzed my face and kind of slimmed my face down, I'm going to go in with blush. Now, the major really doesn't seem to be wearing any blush, but I'm going to be using this matte blush by MAC, and it's in the shade, it's this nude matte shade, which will help slim down my cheekbones and such, and help give me like a healthy glow. And this is in Prism, so this is what this MAC blush is called. I'm going to be using this fluffy powder blush brush, whatever, from Royal Care Cosmetics. Use what you have. And I'm going to be using this blush. Now, she does have like slimmer cheekbones than me, so I'm going to be slimming down the side of my face. As you guys can see, it's already slimmed my face down a little bit, which honestly is all I really need, is a little bit of slimming down. Next, I'm going to be using this domed fluffy brush from Royal Care Cosmetics, and this is optional. I'm just going to be using this Hourglass Ambient Lighting and Dim Light. Now, obviously, I have a different skin tone from the major, so you could use whatever highlighter you're wanting. This is really subtle. Another thing, if you didn't want to pay $45 for your highlighter, what you could do is use a primer underneath to give like a subtle highlight. And the L'Oreal Louis works pretty well, and that's about 12 bucks. But that's all up to you. If you want to do some highlighting, I'm just going to be highlighting certain areas of my face with this, and it's very subtle. And I'm going to be highlighting the top of my cheekbone. And I'm just doing circular motions. Now, technically this is a finishing powder, but I don't want my whole face to be glowy, so I'm using it as a highlighter. Now I'm going to be highlighting my Cupid's bow. And that's pretty much it for the highlighting. Alright, since I have red contacts in and the major's eyes are red, you're going to want to put in some white or nude eyeliner just to make sure that your eyes don't appear red or pink, because that does happen when you have red contacts in. So you're going to want to pop that in, and plus she is an anime character, so her eyes are rather large. So we're going to make my eyes appear larger than they already are. Next, I'm going to be doing nude lips, because we all know the major has a nude lip. She loves herself some nude lip. Now, the thing about nude lips, depending on your skin tone, it's going to differ. So you're going to want to find out what nude lip works for you. Obviously, I can't go with a true beige, pale beige color, even though technically that is what her lipstick color is, because I am darker. I need a darker color, and I have two-tone lips, so I need something with a little bit more pow. So, one sec. A lip liner from Wet n Wild, and it's in the shade Willow. And I'm just gonna line my lips. Now you guys are gonna want a matte lip liner or a matte lipstick, just because her lipstick is matte. Pretty much, you could put a little bit of a nude lip gloss in the center just to make your lips appear bigger. Which honestly I'm going to be doing. Alright, now that I've kind of canceled out my natural undertone, I'm going to go in with a lighter nude lipstick, and this one is also from Wet n Wild. And I'm going to be using my palette and my little spatula and my little palette. And I'm going to go for and the color I'm going to be using is 92C Baradol right here from Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to take a little bit. I don't really need that much. Place it there. And I'm going to be taking a lip pencil. And I'm applying this to the center of my lips. Now this is going to make your lip look slightly fuller and larger. If you wanted to use lip gloss, you could use lip gloss. I highly suggest New York City Color lip gloss in the shade Nude City, which is beautiful and will give you a lot of shine and make your lips appear fuller if you didn't want to use lipstick. Alright, as you guys can tell, I've already applied the purple to one brow. I'm just using small strokes and blending it in with my finger, and I'm just going over my natural brows. You can block them out if you want to. I personally have a hard time blocking out my brows, so I just kind of fill them in with eyeliner, and this is a really creamy, thick eyeliner that I like to use. Now this step is optional. Of course you guys could stay with your original brow color. I'm not. I'm going to be putting on a wig and just adding a little extra something to my cosplay. Now, since I did color in my brows, I'm going to want them to stay. So I'm going to be using this e.l.f. clear mascara to kind of set my brows and keep them in place, because I just don't want the hair going all over the place. Next, I'm going to be doing the eyes. She has some really neutral eye color going on. So I'm going to be using nude eyeshadow, basically, that's going to match my skin. And this is my Coastal Scents 88 Warm palette. You guys could use whatever nude eyeshadow that you guys have, and etc, etc. If you have lighter or darker skin, use what eyeshadow matches your skin best. Obviously, everybody's different, so everybody has a different skin tone. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. It's fairly cheap and inexpensive, and I'm going to be using matte eyeshadow colors. And I'm going to be using this matte peach right here. I've been showing some love, a lot of love to that. And I'm going to be putting this right here in my brow bone. And just patting this sucker on. Next, I'm going to be taking a color that has a little bit of shimmer. And it's this warm tone peach right here, using the same brush. And I'm just going to go on top of the lid. Like so. This really doesn't show the shimmer too bad, so that's why I'm using it. Next, I'm going to go in with a domed crease brush. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to go into a light brown, this light brown right here. That's matte. And I'm just gonna define my crease. And I'm just using windshield wiper motions. Alright, now you can kind of see my lids a little bit better. Next, I'm going to go grab some black eyeliner and I'm going to tightline my eyes, so I will be right back. So the black eyeliner that I'm going to be using to tightline my eyes is from Physicians Formula, and it's the black one from their Brown Eye Shimmer Strips collection. And I'm just going to go in and tightline the top of my waterline just because she has a rather thick line on top of her eyelashes. It looks really thick and dark. I'm not going to be doing any eyeliner on top just because I don't really have all that much lid space and I just don't feel like it, honestly. As you guys can tell, that's already made a difference in how thick my lash line looks and how dark and full my lash line looks. Now I'm not, well, I guess I could, but I really don't want to. She doesn't seem to put any mascara on her bottom lashes, but if you do put mascara on your bottom lashes, it's going to make your eyes appear even bigger and more anime-like. So you guys can put mascara on the bottom of your eyelashes if you want, but I'm going to curl my eyelashes just because mine naturally point down, and this is from Revlon. Alright, now I'm going to coat my eyelashes really pretty heavy on top just because she has really thick black eyelashes on top. I'm going to be using Benefit's They're Real just because that's what I have and it's really black, but you can use whatever mascara you have on hand. It's whatever you want. And I'm just going to coat Alright. Now I'm gonna go put on my wig and show you guys the completed look. This is my Ghost in the Shell major cosplay tutorial. I cut and styled the wig myself. It's not 100% to the point where I want it, but honestly I got this wig from my boyfriend and I added in some extensions to make it work a little bit better. But this is the end result. I'm not going to be doing a video on how to style a wig just because I am not a professional, and there's other people who have done it and I think they've done it quite really well. So if you want to check out some of their videos, I know there's quite a few well-known cosplayers out there in the community that do make wig styling videos. And this is the first wig I've ever styled, so there's that. Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this cosplay tutorial. Yeah, it is a cosplay tutorial. Duh. And I hope you guys have a great day and have fun at Fanime. I'm gonna be there, so say hi if you want to say hi. Yeah. Bye.